fans came out and showed support. I said we had about 30 people out there, like 30, 50 people out there.
Okay. Well, I see Trent seats about maybe 6,000, so I'm hoping it's a great turnout, and I'm wishing you well on that night. It looks like I said, that could be I'm hoping at least a minimum of 3,000, 3,500 people show up, but we'll see.
Trent Arena sells out with the flying to the hoops thing, so I'm pretty sure we could get it to sell out for a boxing event, especially the first boxing event in over 23 years in Dayton, Ohio.
Exactly. You did any local press for this yet, or is it on the way or anything?
We did the press conference on the news and everything.
Okay,
like
I did see that.
Archdeacon, me and him got interviews coming up soon, as far as like with the newspaper and everything. And then I have, I think, probably like two radio stations that want to do an interview with me about it. So we got it pretty much lined up.
Okay. Hey, so man, 147. Just taking a look forward. 147, obviously, for the last 5-6 years has been probably the money group, the money division. It's a lot of sharks in there right now, or lions, but obviously, with Floyd stepping out, I know you got a long road to go as far as getting into the national scene for real. But what's your thoughts on that division in general?
140, like you said, 147 is where the sharks is at right now.
It's some beasts in there right now.
It's a couple good, like, great fighters in there right now, but at the same time, I think like them fighters will be done by the time I get up there to the point where I'm fighting for a belt.
You think how far out you looking at that?
I say about, well, actually it depends too. Like if I'm aiming to do probably like get another probably like 10 to 15 fights before I actually start calling out names and everything. Okay. Like my staff actually want me to start doing like call outs, start the trash talking and everything like that, but I'm the laid back type. Like we catch somebody's attention to get them to even think about getting a fight with me, then so be it. We'll worry about that when we catch their eye.
Okay. Any aspirations, or are you trying to get into this PBC situation? I mean, I've seen some guys on there with as few as 6 or 8 fights. Do you think that's something that's realistic to at least get to that stage?
Yeah, most definitely, because like I'm not like a slouch type fighter. Like a lot of people that see me fight know I'm explosive and I'm eye catchy, like I'm entertaining. So all I gotta do is basically just show out these next couple fights, catch the attention of everybody, and then just go from there. I'm still in contact with a lot of people from when I got offered to go out there and train with Floyd Mayweather and now. So it's pretty much it'll pretty much play out. Like I got my hands in a couple things.
Okay. I saw your picture with Floyd. Speaking of him, how, just for us that haven't met him, what was that like? I mean, we see a lot of stuff on the All Access, the 24/7 back in the day, and we've seen his run and we see his social media game. Your opportunity to meet with him, did you get a chance to pick his brain briefly or anything, or what did that mean for you?
We pretty much chopped it up about boxing and as far as like what I want to do with the sport and everything like that. He pretty cool cat. Like
much different guy from what we see.
Yeah, like because you got to sell tickets and everything as far as like with the TV stuff. So he pretty cool, laid back, normal guy just like us for real.
Right. Did he leave you with any gym though? As you or did you get to share? Did you get anything that might help you get from through fight 3 to 15, like that's specific to somebody at your stage of your career?
Not like I didn't even really ask him about like as far as like advice and everything like that. Like when we talked, we was just talking about like as far as like my amateur, like the amateur stats and everything like that. What weight I'm gonna be fighting at in the pros, that type stuff for real.
It's a real casual,
kind of just a cool, quick talk because it's like an in and out type thing. Like after his fight with Madonna, the first fight, it was like he ended up coming to the gym. We was all chopping it up.
What gym was that at?
At the Floyd, the TMT gym, the Mayweather gym in Vegas.
Now, did you do any training in there or anything?
Yeah, I actually trained out there for about 2 months, and I'm actually planning to go back out there Probably after this fight in Dayton, Ohio, to get ready for the next fight. Or I'm going to go probably in Toledo with the Rock Nation fighters.
That was my next question. We actually, on One Take Podcast Nation, we actually had Sonny. You familiar with
Sonny Frederickson? Yeah, that's my boy.
We actually had him on before, as we were walking in here. I told you my partner from Milwaukee that passed away. He was actually a guest on his show, Agree to Disagree. I just really quickly wondered, obviously Broner has had some success and some hate, and he's doing his thing out of Cincinnati. Porter coming out of the Cleveland area, I believe.
Porter is
Sean
Akron.
Porter. Akron. Okay. But he's catapulted himself up there, and now will be facing Thurman. Like you said, you got some Rock Nation. Where you trying to get?
I'm trying to get wherever the money is to take care of my family. Like, as far as, like, boxing ain't easy, but at the same time, if it's gonna pay the bills, make sure my kids get to college and everything, and we got to get there. Whoever offering the most money with the better plan, that's where we're leading to.
Is it any kind of unity there? Because I feel like I've always, the last couple of years, I've been like, I'm gonna get it started, but I'll try to get Ohio boxing or whatever kind of like trending or with the hashtag. I don't feel like the state is getting that love, but it's a lot of dudes from Ohio that's doing well right now. Is there any kind of unity amongst you guys, or? I know at the end of the day, if you have to mix it up, you have to mix it up as long as it's not your cousin. But is there some type of?
It's like everybody pretty cordial with everybody, like with everybody else. Like, it don't be too much trash talking or nothing like that. Like, we hit each other up for sparring, everything of that sort. So, like, and then like the ones that's in the same weight class, we all know, like, as soon as it's time to get under them lights in that crowd, don't nobody want to be the one going home with that loss, that long drive home.
Right.
You know, like, you just lost to your friend. So it's pretty iffy for real, but it's worth it.
Okay. Hey, well, man, I appreciate you taking out some of your time. I was kind of shocked to hear that there hasn't been an opponent named. If you don't get Andrew Rogers, I wish you well in that. I'm going to be there that night. I'm actually going to try to holler at you, maybe get some video. My video guy's not here tonight, but I do want to send a shout out to my man Stefan joining us and snapping off some pictures and everything. So, any last words to say, man, regarding...
To cap off what you just said, if we don't get Andrew Rogers, I want Rick Graham back. Because that draw, I'm not sitting well with that either. So,
got you.
So no matter what, we're gonna figure something out. Whether it's offer a couple $100 more to get him to take the fight or whatever the case might be, we're gonna figure something out to get one of them.
Is there a deadline? Like, you need to have an opponent named? I mean, or could we go into March 16th not knowing?
It's kind of iffy because with that, like, the promoter sends a contract, like, to the fighter agrees to it or disagree with it. Like, even if he's just reason I think Andrew wouldn't take the contract again because he lost that fight.
Okay.
Like, even in the locker room, like, he was acting like he knew what was really going on and everything. So, like, I don't think he actually want to turn that first win. I don't think he want to come back and get knocked out by the person he just quote unquote beat.
Right.
So it's kind of based on a fighter. Like, if he want to take the fight, he'll take it. If not, then we'll just move to the next person. Like, so it could basically, like, it could drag out, like you said, until like March 16th, or we to get it sooner than later. Okay.
Look, what's the ideal ending for 2016 for Jeff Camp? 0-2-1. We need to turn that around. What would be a great finish for you?
We've came into this year saying that we're going to at least have 7 wins, like 7 more wins.
Okay.
So we're trying to finish this year with 7 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Even if those 7 wins come by knockouts, like, we need them. Like, I'm starting to channel myself to the point where, like, on a more aggressive side, because as you said, like, as you notice, I'm calm, I'm laid back in the ring. I don't really go for the kill. But recently, like, with the work we've been doing, we're working on actually going in there, get the job done, get out, go home. That's it. So we definitely becoming more aggressive with the fights in 2016 and so forth. So it's going to be pretty exciting year for Team Camp and everybody.
All right, looking at, this is my last question before I get you out of here. Looking at Pearson's fight, and like I said, right now with you having, a lesser than favorable record, looking at Chris take his first loss, did that speak anything to you as far as your career? And like I said, you're already kind of fighting an uphill battle because there is such a focus on pristine records. But like you said, it's a lot of things that we don't know what happened to make some of these records be what they are. Did that touch you or motivate you in any way?
Actually, when Chris fought, like his last fight, I was at work. But I had, it's a group that I'm in with, fighters that's out there with TMT and everything else, fighters from Cincinnati. They was talking about the fight, but I wasn't really trying to listen to them because I was getting mad because how they was talking about the fight. When Chris losing, then they got down to the scorecard. They Chris lost his fight. They about to announce the score now.
All right.
So then when I actually went back and ended up watching it on YouTube and everything, boxing it's it to go either way. Chris just in my eyes, Chris didn't look himself. Normally Chris is aggressive, sharp jab and everything like that. Chris looked like he was a
little lethargic or something, or
I can't even I don't even know how to type of put a word on it, but
I feel
he didn't look like Chris.
Right, I feel like his strategy, and he said it in the pre-fight. He said he was going to punish him and get him out of there, and it seemed like to me he was committed to heavier punching. Get this guy out of here. I don't know if he respected his chin or whatnot, or endurance and whatnot. And then when the guy came in real high energy, it just didn't seem like Chris could really switch to maybe a style that matched that guy's output. That's kind of what I picked up from it. But
I think from the fight rounds I seen, it looked like Chris kind of just picked up kind of late.
Right.
He kind of adapted to him kind of in the later rounds and everything. But I am hearing that Chris is definitely getting a rematch. His next fight is going to be with Do It Again.
Eric Walker, I think.
Right. So I'm pretty sure Chris is going to get the win off that to set the record straight as far as with the doubters and everything like that. I think Chris is definitely a sharp fighter. Me personally, if you ask me, he's the best fighter on TMT, on the TMT stable. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll end up getting a win, correcting and everything. It didn't really, his loss didn't really show me anything, as far as a lesson learned or nothing like that, because I know how boxing is, and throughout the years you kind of pick it up if it go either way. If it's if it don't really go to if it don't go by TKO or a knockout or nothing like that, messing with the judges to go either way.
Right.
So kind of leaving it in the judges' hands. You get to get the upset or you get the victory.
Right. Okay. Well, hey man, I'm gonna be in touch with you. I'll let you know when I get this show up, and I'm gonna be in the house come March 19th, and I'm expecting some big things from you. Like I said, I appreciate watching your 4 fights that I watched today, and we'll see what happens.
Most definitely. Thanks for having us.
All right. This is another episode of Pay Me No Mind One Take Podcast Nation, and we're out.